Hi, this is Tapcat. Welcome back to the Banner Saga. So this is right where we left off, quite literally. So Rook and his daughter Alette are in the forest, and they are encountering their first dredge. So we're going to have a little mini combat here to introduce us to these two. I'll put her right behind him. Now, I would prefer not to step up too much. Crap. Alright, that kind of sucks. I have to go all the way up. That's alright. I'll just use one of his willpower. Life will go on. And, 2 armor isn't a ton off, but it's a start. Yeah, this is where it's going to get painful, though. Alright, good. That could have been a lot worse. So, I'm actually just going to do the same thing again. And then now, when we start hitting them, we should be able to do some real damage. That part kind of sucked. Actually, let me do this. I'm going to mark prey, and that'll get Alette involved as well. This is a really cool ability he has where, you know, he does an attack and anyone else that's allied with him who's in range will also attack. So, a lot of times that may not get you much, but let me get rid of that stupid thing so we can see. It just depends. Like if you have a couple archers on the screen, it can be pretty powerful. Anyway, that's it for this guy. Alright, well, we didn't get a ton of renown out of that, but I gotta be honest, I didn't really expect it. So Alette asks, was that a dredge? She looks calm, but you can tell her heart is about to beat right out of her chest. It was. Let me see, are you hurt? No, I'll be fine. When the dredge attacked your cart and the yaks bolted, it spilled most of your supplies. You can see more dark figures moving through trees when you glance in that direction. Alette notices that and says, all that food, that's the last we're going to get before winter. What do we do? Oh, don't run. Let me think. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. If we hurry, we can gather them before more dredge appear. I can see them in the trees. Are you sure about this? No, but we have to try, so let's be quick. Alright, so she calms the yaks while we frantically toss supplies back into the cart. More dredge emerge, but you manage to get the cart moving again before they can close in. And then they slowly recede into the distance. So, we got an extra 15 supplies. That's not too bad. Don't really need to recap all that because we've already been through it before. So, it looks like they were on their way to this town. As with most of these names, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. Skogger, something like that. Maybe it's just supposed to be Skog. I don't know.
I never expected to see the dredge with my own eyes. What happened in the north? Already we see more between the trees as we approach our home, and Alette grips my hand tight. We must find Iver.
Iver is a Varl, if I remember correctly, and I believe I do. I think he's the only one that's going to be in our party, though. And by that I mean this party, because obviously we have a bunch of Varl in the other group. Iver. The enormous Varl in question towers over the men in the training field. He squints as you approach. Already back, Huntmaster? Thought you'd be tomorrow. Dredge everywhere. Dredge? How did they get through Greyhorn? Must have broken through the fort. The fighters nearby have stopped sparring. They gather around you. Damn it, they'll be here soon if they're not already. Ooh, that's not good. We hear screams. From the outskirts, people are running toward the Great Hall. Iver turns to one of the older boys in his group of fighters. Egil, take Alette to the Great Hall. Tell the chieftain what's happening. The rest of you gather up as many people as you can. Come on, Alette. No, wait. I want to help. Let them fight. Why not invite some goats to join us too? You're asking for dead kids. I won't let anything happen to her. Egil is smitten. They'll have to deal with it sooner or later, Iver. What now? Alright. Egil, keep your shield up. We just hold them off until everyone's inside, then we figure out what to do next. So, more shouts draw our attention to some houses atop a nearby hill. Yeah, I thought about sending them back, but the problem is we need people in this fight. So let's go to the houses atop the hill. And yeah, see, I don't have a big pool to draw from, and if those two were gone, that would kind of suck. Alright, well, I guess that's it. Yeah, this should be interesting. Hopefully they only put a couple on here. Alright, that seems a little harsh. So it's going to be really important. We got to try and take these guys out before, you know, well, before anything, really. What I was going to say is before the big boy over here can get to us. I got to get at least one of these guys dead in a hurry. I'm really tempted to do this. But let me break his armor first. Okay. I can get to this guy. I would only be breaking his armor. Hold on. What is this guy? Yeah, he has stone wall. I'm going to come here. And I'm going to try to set him up as kind of a tank for a little while. That was actually kind of bad for me because it means that he can't get to him. But I don't necessarily think it's the end of the world. Alright, so let me come over here. We're going to definitely try to do some damage to this guy. And now he can still break armor, but I mean, he's not going to be dealing mega damage to anybody. And I want to keep Alette back a little bit. Okay, there's a couple ways we could go. I could break 2 armor. Oh, I can't shoot that guy. Alright, I didn't pay enough attention. I'm sure I could have if I was a little closer. We'll just break 2 armor. And we'll set him up for an attack in the near future. Alright. I can kill... actually, I cannot kill this guy. Crap. Alright, let me do this. Please attack. Well, that wasn't as bad as it could have been. I think I'm going to go ahead and stonewall again. So this one might hurt me a little bit. But that's the only decent attack he's going to get. So I'm not too worried about it. We're going to mark prey. He and Alette will both get an attack. I don't like that his is only an armor break. Actually, what that means is when I level him up, I really need to prioritize improving his armor break. Because that'll make his special a lot better. I should at least be able to do 2 per turn. Alright, well, him not attacking the guy with Stonewall made that move a lot worse. Alright, man, we got a lot of armor we got to start working our way through here. Alright, at least this guy went after him. Now, I'm going to come here and I'm going to do Stonewall again. I want to make it hard for this guy to get to any of my others. Yeah, this is what I was trying to avoid. Let me think about this for a second. Okay, this is perfect. Literally all of us can attack him if I use Mark Prey. Granted, he has a crap ton of armor, so I don't know. Maybe that wasn't as good. I got all excited. Oh my god, they're just totally focusing Rook. God bless. Alright. Let's try to whittle away this guy. But I'm not in a good position here. And I still can't do any real damage to him. Yeah, this is really bad. Rook's just about dead. So what I'm going to do here... Let me at least fix it where this guy does less damage. And then, I hate to do it, but I kind of have to run away with Rook if I'm going to, you know, preserve any life at all here. Yeah, let me do this. I'll start breaking him down. Yep, Alette won't last long under a pounding either. Alright, let's kill this guy. So now I think we're going to be a little bit better off. And by a little bit, I mean a ton. Alright. Next attack, we'll do some real damage. This one is going to hurt him a lot. Actually, hold on. No, I can't get to him. Alright, this is fine. I shouldn't have even gotten this close. I've made him extremely vulnerable. Can I even do this? No, I gotta move away. Well, he's definitely limited. Yeah, armor break is about all he's going to be good for with 1 strength. Alright, that wasn't what I would call an easy fight, but none of us are injured, and that's really the biggest thing. And how many more of us? So 2 of us are ready to get promoted. But see, note, it costs 5 to promote each of them, and I only got 6 renown total, so I generally find that to be, you know, the most difficult thing with this, is like, it's not that hard to get enough renown to get a promotion, but you can't pay for it. A black horde is forming at the tree line. Enough of this, says Iver, glancing over his shoulder. We're going back. And then adds, Rook, I'm doing 1 more check of the houses around here. See if you can find anyone. Alright. As you turn to head back, a colossus appears around the side of a house. It silently looms over Alette, its face an expressionless, stony mask, more terrifying than any roar it may have produced. Time seems to slow as it pulls back its enormous mace. Alright, I'm going to shoot it with an arrow. As though second nature, we knock an arrow. Alette is standing directly between you and the dredge, making the shot perilous at best. If you're off by a few inches... I'm going to shoot him in the face. A second passes like an eternity. The arrow bounces off the dredge's face, inches away from what you think is an eye. It recoils, then turns upon Alette again. Egil rushes to her side. Iver throws himself between them, catching the mace on his shield, and returns the favor, crushing the dredge's head with his shield point. When the dust settles, you can see that everyone is all right. Let's get out of here, says Iver as he goes to check the last few houses nearby. Rook, see if you can find any more survivors and meet me in front of the hall. Are you freaking kidding me? Alright, well, we can't actually look anyway, so I'll just go meet him. You find anyone? A few. Sent them inside. Gods, this is bad. I'm out of practice, Rook. Look, as long as I've known you, you've always wormed your way out of talking about dredge. This would be the time to start talking. I can tell you they rarely stop for rest. The sooner we leave, the better. They'll follow us until we're tripping over tired women and children. Then they'll attack. Even after we're wiped out, they'll keep coming, trampling corpses in their wake. There's no end to them. How did anyone survive the Great Wars? Ask the Menders. I wasn't there. But I know you fought your share. Yeah, I've killed enough slag for one lifetime. And that's why you're going to save us now. Don't lay that on me. Come on, let's get inside. This is a really brutal story. There's very little hope that you ever get. Before I do anything else, let me go to the market. When an army of weaponless Varl were ambushed on a frozen lake, the god Merrick was said to have provided their salvation. +1 break, that's not terrible, and it's cheap. +2 will per kill. I gotta be honest, I don't know what that does. I don't know what will it means in the context of the game. I actually think I want this. I wouldn't if it cost any more, but it's so cheap. Now we can get 3 supplies for 1 renown. I kind of like that. Alright. And let's see about getting some promotions. So this is a Let's bracelet. Can I... No, I can't. Wow, you can't even see it on this screen. Alright. So let's give him this thing. Oh, okay, I can't yet, I think. He needs to be level 2. But we'll make him level 2. Yep. So... Number 1, I want more shield break. Yeah. I mean, that's my thing. So now with that done, I can give him yet another. Oh, he can't use it? What? Well, that sucks. Yeah, actually, I guess this is for level 1s, but for some reason, he's just not allowed to use it. Right-clicking doesn't do me any good. Doesn't... What about Rook? Alright, I guess he can use it. Well, I'm a lot less enthusiastic about leveling her up, because she's just, frankly, not a great character in my mind. But let's get her where she can at least break a little armor. And let's do that too, because that would give her a maximum of 4 if I spend 2 willpower. All right, we're good. So into the Great Hall we go. Rook, thank the gods you made it. The Great Hall is an utter din, filled as it is with dozens of terrified families. Well, don't stop worrying yet. I haven't. What in the depths is going on? Dredge milling around, ransacking houses? The chieftain's wife finds us, pushing through the crowd. They must know we're here. Why haven't they attacked? And Iver responds, I don't know. I wouldn't expect it to last. I've made some decisions, but tell me straight, what would you both do in my place? I'd have left by now. They're already outside the doors. Not so easily done. Rook? I trust Iver on this. The chieftain sighs a deep and heavy breath, slumping. He looks years older. I imagined us fighting back and saving the town, but nonsense. Iver's right, of course. We can't just wait to be slaughtered. Where do we go? If dredge are coming down from the north, Frostvell to the west. It's close and it has walls. I intend to be free of Skog in one push. Nobody left behind. I wouldn't. If they follow us, we're done. What do you suggest? Let me create a distraction, then go. I'll catch up on the road to Frostvell. Iver's right. I'll help with the distraction. The chieftain thinks for a long moment. I didn't ask for advice just to ignore it. Promise you're not throwing away your lives on this. Well, it wasn't part of my plan. Iver? Nope. Then I'm coming with you. That catches us by surprise. The chieftain rubs his chin but doesn't argue. From the training she's given Alette, you've no doubt she can handle a bow. Fine, I'll get the townspeople ready. Make your move, Iver. We'll leave when you're clear. So, this will be our first combat with Oddleaf. And Iver says, I want Gil with us. If something happens to us, I need him to tell the chieftain. Iver goes off to find him, and Alette finds us. I know what you're doing. You have to let me come. Don't leave me, please. I'll be good. Okay, Alette, just promise to listen. I promise, she says. Iver returns soon and finds us both. And let's go. Remember, we're not trying to fight them all. We're just getting their attention. So we go into the courtyard, and we can already see dredge in every direction. Iver starts banging his shield and swearing at them. We kill a few, he shouts, and the rest will follow. We steel ourselves for a tough fight. And this will be because I will tell you, these guys are not great. And they're very weak at level 1. That's the problem. But this is our crew. This is who we're rolling with. So, okay. Yeah, this is a tough fight too, just because you have 3 archers and you don't have anybody to put in front of them is the thing. Well, I shouldn't say that. You have somebody, but very, very few people. Alright, Rook, you come over here. Oddleaf, you come over here. Alright. Wow, this is brutal. Okay. Trying to give myself at least one go here before they can get to me. This is the one that pushes them back, right? Maybe I should do that. Although I'm going to kind of render these guys useless. But I'm going to do it. Does it do... It's only one. Let's do it. Yeah, see, I don't like that. I only took one off. I thought it worked that way, but I hadn't tried it yet, so I thought, well, let me just make sure. Alright, I'm going to bring him over here, and we'll do stone wall. So that should draw their fire. Alright, so this guy just became a very high priority for me. And I'm tempted to do Mark Prey. The problem is he's still going to have 7 armor. He would do 5 damage. He would do 2. And then 1 more. So, you know what? That's a very good turn. So let me do this. I didn't want to move him this close to other guys, but I think it's worth it. I mean, he's really weak now, but this is the trade-off. Now Rook takes a shot, but he wouldn't have if I'd kind of followed my original plan. Alright, so we're going armor break all the way with our first shot. And then hopefully I can give him a good shot to the chomes next up. So let's see what Oddleaf can do here. Well, nothing from there. But she's got 7 strength and he has 4 armor. So, I mean, I could do 3. That's not especially impressive, though. Man, I hate having to get that close. I need to do this, though. I need to slow this guy's roll. I would have rather done an armor break, but I don't want all my guys getting busted up. So we could kill that guy. I guess I will. That'll help keep... Yeah. Oh, alright. That wasn't so bad. That's actually not what I thought they were going to do. I tell you what, I'm going to come over here. Unfortunately, that stone wall thing, I love it, but at the same time, you can't really rely on it doing anything because you don't have a taunt. Like, if they want to ignore it, they just ignore it. Alright, I'm going to come around and I'm going to mark prey. And I think we're just going to kill this guy. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, if you get the right situation, Mark Prey is really, really good. You know, it isn't always, if you have a high armor opponent and you haven't broken it down yet, then it's pretty mediocre. I'll just do this. Well, actually, it's not even worth it. I guess, you know what? I'm just going to wreck his strength. Let me think about that. His strength's already bad. Let me make him killable. He's already not a huge threat. He can break armor, but that's about it. He can't punch through anybody's armor. Yeah, so see now she can just kill him. So we got one guy left, and I don't know, maybe I should have focused on him with my last couple actions. But that's alright. He's not a threat now either. And that's the end of him. Actually, I said this was going to be a tough fight. I I don't know if we got lucky or if I did a better job of positioning than I often do, but I feel like the positioning really worked in our favor there. And we were able, to do an okay job. So the dredge follow us. Things begin to look dicey, but eventually we lose them in the woods where they can't keep up. So we climb to an overlook and wait for the caravan to appear. An hour later, Oddleaf is the first to spot them. There, she points to the road. As you rejoin them, you can tell there was trouble. Some people wounded, others missing. Now imagine how bad it would have been if we hadn't done the distraction. A group is gathered at the rear of the caravan. Oddleaf walks beside a covered figure in the open wagon. Old fool, she says through clenched teeth. I should have stayed with them. The chieftain's death hits you like a blow to the gut. You continue on to Frostvell in silence, Alet's hand firmly in your own. So we got 20 renown, which is certainly helpful. But we did not manage to leave Skog, unscathed. Pausing to catch your breath, you glance backward to see the caravan stretched out past the point of safety. They're spaced out so far you're unable to see those bringing up the rear. We've got to pull them together, says Iver. It'd be dangerous to stop until at least the Godstone. The path should be just ahead. So we're going to slow the pace so everyone can catch up. Give the others a chance to find us, you tell those around you at the front. You beckon the stragglers to pick up their feet, eventually bringing the caravan back together. However, many curse the slower pace and the lost time. Yeah, we'll let them. Better that than lost people. All right. Well, I was about to say I'm going to camp here. But now I don't even have the option. I have to wait because we're at the Godstone. All right. Iver says, far enough for today, I think. After a day of misery, men and women drop their meager possessions beneath the Godstone of... I'm not even going to try. What are we doing? We just left our homes because suddenly there were dredge. Chieftain did what I suggested, and look what he got for it. Look at these people. Somebody has to hold them together. That's you, Rook. Well, how am I supposed to do that? But you're the dredge killer around here. Yeah, a Varl. They want to listen to someone who looks like them. What about Oddleaf? Let her, if that's easier for you. What am I supposed to do anyway? Lie? Tell them everything's going to be all right? Gods, Rook, I don't know. Pretend you know what you're doing. That's what the rest of us do. Thanks for the advice. Well, then do whatever you want. Let them fend for themselves if you can live with it. You humans are absurd, Rook. Furious when you're not in control, terrified when you are. Pull it together. You're right. Think of how I feel. I'm stuck nursing a bunch of weaklings. You do care, I can tell. Feh. Men are a plague on the world. Worse than any dredge, as far as I can tell. Chats like this are why we get along so well, Iver. All right. I'm actually looking for a place to stop for the day here. Anyway, we sleep poorly. The sun forever stuck to an eternally bright sky. Before the others rise, you find yourself staring over long, low hills covered in pine. All right. I'm actually going to just stop. The game will just keep feeding me stuff, I feel like, to do. So we're going to leave it here. And when we come back, obviously, we'll pursue this and see if there's anything to see at the Godstone. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I hope we see you next time.